Today we'll discuss about the cookies in servlets, right? What roles the cookies will play, and what is cookie? How to identify the cookies? Okay, so how to create the cookies and how to read the cookies in a servlet program? How the interaction will be between the a browser and browser means the client machine or the client and the server. So first of all, we will see what is a cookie. Okay, first we'll see what is a cookie. So what is a cookie, right? Cookie. So what is a cookie? Just it is a small piece of information that is present in between multiple requests between the client as well as the server. We know that in a client server architecture, the client will make a request and the server will respond to that by processing the request, right? So now, so we learned what is a cookie. It is just a small piece of information, right? It is just a small piece of information, or the uh, it is just a small piece of a file. It is a file that is stored on the client machine, right? It is just a small piece of information that exists, right? So that exists between multiple client requests, right? So this is what our cookie says. What is a cookie? It is just a small piece of information. It is just a small piece of information. So what type of information it will hold? It holds a name of the cookie and a single value for that cookie, and also it may contain an optional attributes. So what are those attributes we are having? It can be a comment or a path or a domain qualifiers, maximum age of a cookie, and version of a cookie, right? So these are some of the information that exists between a multiple client requests, right? So we know that it has a name, right? It has a name, a single value, and an optional attributes, right? Then optional attribute. What type of attributes we are having optional? So it can have a comment, right? And also it can have a path, a domain qualifiers, right? Or the version, right? So these are the optional values a cookie can contain. So basically, what is a cookie? What is a cookie? It is a small piece of information that exists between multiple client requests, right? It has a name, a value, a single value, and an optional attributes such as a comment or a path, a domain qualifiers, version, maximum age, right? Maximum age also it can contain. Okay. Now let us understand how this qualifier, how these cookies will play in a client server architecture. Let us assume that we are having a browser. Okay. Let's assume that we are having a browser. Right. So now, so this is a browser we are having. The browser will make a request for the server. Right. Browser will make a request for the server. So once the request comes to the server, that is the servlet. Now servlet is responsible to respond to this request, right? So now this server will send a response for this browser along with the cookies. Okay, along with the cookies. Now again, next time when a browser makes a request, Next time when a browser makes a request for the server, so it sends a request along with the cookies. Why? What is this use of sending this? So this is mainly used for tracking. Okay, this is mainly used for tracking, right? Tracking, session tracking can be used. So cookies can be used for session tracking, right? Next for identification. So here, first time, let us take here the user enters a name as well as a password or username and the password in the browser, and you will send a request for the server. Now the server will record this specific information, will record some amount of information, and then that it will be appended to the response what it is sending back to the browser. Now next time when the browser makes a request for the same server, now the server need not worry about how to worry about the identification of the request from where it is coming, right? Because the cookies already contains such type of information. We know it is a small piece of information that exists between multiple. It is a small piece of information that exists between multiple client requests, right? Multiple client requests we are having. We just see first we are making a request, then again we are making a request, again we are making. So multiple requests are coming from browser to the server. So whenever we are having multiple requests, then a small piece of information will be stored or it will be present between these requests, that we will call it as a cookie. So what will be there for the cookie? Again this can be used for tracking or identification. So cookies will be having some name of the cookie, next a single value, and optional attributes can be there, that is comments, path, domain qualifiers, version, maximum age, right? So these are some of the optional attributes we are having. So these will be contained inside the cookie. Next time when a request comes from the browser, then the server can easily identify the request, and it can formulate a response for that particular request, right? This is the advantage of adding the cookies for the request, or by the concept of cookies. Now what are the next we'll study what are the steps we are having, right? So what are the steps we are having uh, 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 to create a cookie and add these cookies to a response, HTTP response. Before that, we'll see what are the different types of cookies we are having. So different types of cookies. We are having two types of cookies are there. First one, first one, uh, non-persistent cookies. Okay, non-persistent cookies. Non-persistent cookies, right? So what is this says? Non-persistent cookies. Just observe here. What is it says? Non-persistent cookies, right? Non-persistent cookies. So here, whenever we are making, whenever we are making, whenever we are making a request from the browser to the server, okay. So we will be communicating multiple times. That is so making a multiple request. So here non-persistent cookies we are having. So these are valid only for single session. Okay. So this non-persistent cookies are valid for single session. Okay. So these are valid for single session. What is this session? Valid for only single session. So what is this session again? So session means whenever a user login and logs out, the time between login and logout. Okay, the time between login and the logout. So that we will call it as a session. Okay. Now this non-persistent cookies. This non-persistent cookies are valid for these non-persistent cookies are valid for a single session. Whereas the next type we are having persistent cookies. Okay. Next type we are having persistent cookies. Persistent cookies. So what is it says? Again, so whenever a browser, so these non-persistent cookies are valid for only a single session, means whenever a user closes the browser, whenever a user closes the browser, the cookies will be automatically removed each time the user closes the browser. Whereas with the case of this persistent cookies, okay, so these are valid for multiple sessions. Okay, kindly observe here. Persistent cookies are valid for multiple sessions, whereas non-persistent cookies are valid for single session. Means whenever a user closes the browser, cookies are removed with the case of non-persistent cookies. With the case of persistent cookies, so cookies are not removed whenever the browser is closed. Then when these cookies will be removed? Whenever a user logs out from the session. Whenever a user logs out from the session, then only the cookies will be removed from the persistent cookies. This is the difference we should understand between non-persistent cookies and the persistent cookies. So these are the two different types of cookies we are having. First one, non-persistent cookies. The next one, persistent cookies. Non-persistent cookies are valid for single session, whereas persistent cookies are valid for multiple sessions. Okay, so this is with respect to the different types of cookies we are having. So next we will learn steps which are involved to set cookies in Java Servlet. Okay, so what are the steps involved in to set a cookies for the servlet? So first, so we are learning steps to set cookies in servlet, in Java Servlet. Okay, what are the steps involved to set the cookies in Java Servlet? So first, so it includes three steps. It includes three steps. We'll go one by one. The first step is create a cookie object. Okay, first step involves create a cookie object. Kindly observe here. First step involves create a cookie object. Now we can call this a cookie constructor to create a cookie object. Okay, so by using the cookie constructor, we can create a cookie object. So how to create a cookie object? You just observe here. So as we told here, we are using cookie constructor. We are using cookie constructor. Okay, so we are using cookie constructor, right? How to use? You just observe here. We are using cookie. So cookie object. Let me take a C. This object you can take anything. Okay, cookie object. So here I am using the cookie object is equals to new cookie of. So here we will give the name of the cookie. Okay, here we will give the name of the cookie, and here we will give the value of the cookie. The value of the cookie. Just to see. So by using the cookie constructor, we are creating a cookie object. So this is what the first step. What is the second step? What is the second step? Second step says we can set the maximum age of the cookie. Okay, we can set a maximum. We can set the maximum age of the cookie. We can set the maximum age of the cookie. Means what is the age of the cookie? Means up to when the cookie should be exist, whether it should be exist for 4 seconds or 5 seconds or 10 seconds, right? So we are setting the maximum age of the cookie. So for that we can use a cookie name, that is the cookie object. So here the cookie object is a C we are having. So dot cookie object is a C dot set max age. Okay, set max age. We just observe here. We are having the method here set max age, right? Set max age. So here we can pass here the number of seconds. Okay. Here we can pass the number of seconds. Set max age. So we are setting the maximum age of the cookie. Okay. So here we are setting the maximum age of the cookie, right? So once we set the maximum age, right? So once we set the maximum age, then we can send that cookie into HTTP response header as the third step is send cookie into HTTP response header response header. Kindly observe here. We are following three steps. To set the cookies in Java Servlet. First one, we created a cookie object, and next we set the maximum age of that. Right? We set the maximum age of that. Okay. Next, third one, we can send a cookie into HTTP response header as we can use a response dot add cookie method we are using. So what is the cookie name we are having? C, right? You just observe here. Add cookie method we are using, and the name of the cookie is C. And the name of the cookie is C. Okay. Now these are the various steps we are having to set cookies in Java servlets. Okay. Next we will see side by side how to set the cookies and how to read the cookie. Kindly remember, so we are creating the cookies are, so we are using cookie constructor and the cookie object, okay, is equals to new cookie of a name of the cookie and a value of the cookie, name of the cookie and the value of the cookie. Next we can set the maximum age of the cookie. Again, this is optional. Either you can set the age of a cookie or you can leave. So once the cookie has been created, then we will send that cookie into the HTTP response header as response dot add cookie of cookie name cookie object we are using. So here we are using cookie object as C, hence we are using here cookie object as C, right? So these are the various steps we will follow to create these are the various steps we will follow to create a cookie cookies in a Java servlet. So next we will see how to set the cookies, the difference between how to set the cookies and how to read a cookie in a servlet. So okay, so read a cookie means server is reading the cookie from the browser, and set cookie means the server is setting the cookie, right? So here we'll see the differences. Okay, here we'll see the differences. The first one says okay, so first one says here, so it is set cookie, and here how to read that cookies. Okay, set cookies and how to read the cookies, right? So now here first you just observe what is the first step. To set the cookie? We will use cookie constructor, right? You can use a cookie name, whatever you want you can use. Okay, is equals to new cookie of, what is the name of the cookie? Let me take, I will give my cookie. Okay, let me take, I will give my cookie the name, and next what is the next value. So value, I can read the value from the HTML form, right? I can read the value from the HTML form as a request dot, so get parameter. Can we use this? Get parameter of whatever the name we are having. So this is the value of my cookie. Kindly observe here. So okay, so here when creating a cookie, we are giving the name of the cookie and the value. So here we are giving the name as my cookie, and the value I am getting from the HTML form. Okay, I am getting from the HTML form, so that we are making it as a value of the cookie. Okay, now once a cookie has been created, next is second step is we can set the age. Okay, second step is we can set maximum age. Again I told it is a optional. Again, I told it is a optional. If you want, you can set or you can leave. Next, once we set the maximum age, then third step is send a cookie into HTTP response header. So how to do that? Response dot add cookie method we are using. Response.add cookie method we are using, right? So here it is C. Yes. Okay. Our cookie is C. So that we are adding, right? So this is how we will set a cookie in a Java servlets. Next we will discuss how to read a cookie from the client request to the server, right? So here we will create an array type object because there are a lot of cookies that can be read. Okay, so here we will create an array type of object. Okay, so here cookie. Let us take here ck. I will take. I told I will use. We will create an array type of object. Why? Because we may create a lot of cookies, or we may read a lot of cookies that can be read. Okay. So is equals to, so since we are reading the cookies from the browser, we will use request. From the HTTP request we are reading the dot get cookies method we will use. Kindly observe here. Okay, get cookies method we are using. Okay, so just observe here. So we are reading the cookies and we are storing in the array ck. Okay, we are storing inside the array ck. Clear? Next, once we read the cookies, then we can set we need to send to the response. So for that we can use we can set the content type, the response content type, response dot set content type. So what is that? So we are setting it as a plain text or HTML, right? We are setting it as a plain text or HTML, right? So once it is done, then we need to write this response to the standard output stream. For that, while in the previous classes we learned obtain the print writer by get writer method, right? Then we can use that to write a standard response to the standard output device, right? So here for our time being, we will use directly out dot. Okay, so here we will use directly out dot print ln. Okay, out dot print ln, we will use what we should print ck of 0. So ck of 0, what will be there in ck of 0? Name of the servlet. So here we will use a get name, right? Here we will use get names. Similarly here we can go with out dot, so print ln ck of 0 dot get value method. Get value method, right? So this is how we can read cookies and this is how we can set the cookies. Now let us execute a simple example program how to create a cookie and how to get the cookies, how to add the cookies, right? How to read the cookies. Okay. Now we'll see simple example. We'll just execute that. Just observe here. I hope. All right. Okay. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you just see this is a simple HTML form, HTML file we are writing. What is there in this HTML? What is there in this HTML? Just see. So we are just creating one form. The name of that form is form1, and the method we are using post method. Okay. And here in action we are specifying the URL of the servlet. Right? We are specifying the URL of the servlet. Now, what will be there inside the form? Just we are asking for enter a value for my cookie. Soon after we see this on the screen, what we will do? We will give some value, right? We will give some value. So to give that value, we are designing a page, and there we are providing one text box, and also one submit button is created. Okay, so this is what we are having front page, or the HTML page, which will be displayed in the browser, right? Now, once we click on this submit button, then it will invoke this URL, right? It will invoke this URL, that is add cookie servlet.java, right? It will invoke this add cookie servlet.java file. Where is that? It is here. Okay, add cookie servlet. So this is what servlet name we are giving, add cookie servlet. You can just observe here. We are giving the name as add cookie servlet, and which will extend the HTTP servlet. That we already know why it is extending this HTTP servlet, right? Next, we are using post method. Since we are using post method, we are using do post method, right? So we are reading the request object and the response object, which will throw servlet exception, right? So that and all we already know. Now here you just observe here. So just recall the steps to create a servlet. Just recall the steps to create a servlet. So first what we will do, we can create a servlet by calling a cookie constructor. We just observe this one, cookie constructor we are calling, and this is the cookie object. There we have taken a C. You remember, C we have taken. That is, you can take any name. I told already. Cookie object name, we can take any name. Okay. See, there is a difference here. This is the constructor. C is capital letter. Okay. And here C is lowercase, and this is our name. Okay. This is our cookie object which we are creating. Okay. There we have taken this as a C. Right? Is equals to new cookie of name. We are giving it as my name, and the value is data. What is this data? Data is obtained by request.getParameter method. So just observe here, value is obtained by request.getParameter method. See here we have taken C, there we are taking it as cookie. Okay, there we are taking it as cookie, don't confuse, right? There we are taking it as cookie, and here the value we are giving it as my cookie, name we are giving it as my cookie, and the value we are obtaining from the HTML form. Why we are obtaining from the HTML form? Because in HTML we are sending some value for the my cookie. Okay, we should read that one, so that we are reading from this get parameter method, and that is stored inside the data, and that we are passing here. Okay, it is same as request dot get parameter of data. Okay, so instead of writing this here, a separate statement has been created, and that particular data we are specifying here. So now the object is cookie is created, right? Cookie is created. Now once the cookie is created, what is the second step? Set the maximum age. I told that is optional. Set the maximum age, that is optional. Okay, so next, what is the third step here? Third step is send cookie into HTTP response. That is, add cookie into HTTP response. How to do that? Use response dot add cookie method, and here we are passing the cookie object which we created here, right? Which we created here. Okay. Okay. Now once, so this is finished. But we should know whether this is working or not, right? So we will send one response, one reply for the browser, one message we will just display to the browser. So for that, what we will do, we are setting the content type of the browser as a simple HTML or text. Then we are obtaining the print writer. We already know why we are doing this, and then directly we are displaying my cookie has been set to this particular data, set to, and we are printing the data what we are reading from the form, right? So this is how uh, this is how we can set cookies in Java servlet. Now the other part. So this part is finished. The other part is read cookies. The other part is read cookies, right? The other part is read cookies. So for that, we will write one more servlet here. You can just observe. For that, we will write one more servlet here. What is happening here? What is happening here? See, up to here, we know, right? So just here, the servlet name is get cookies servlet. We are using get cookies servlet. Okay, get cookies means read the cookies from the browser, right? Now, so here we are adding the cookies to HTTP response. Here we need to read the cookies from HTTP request, from the header of HTTP request. So for that, what we told, we will create array type object. We will create an array type object because there are a lot of cookies that can be read. So for that, we are using, and here we created one array type object. Then we are using request dot get cookies method. Request. So we are reading the cookies from the HTTP request. Okay, we are reading the cookies from the HTTP request. That is from the browser. We are reading the cookies. Now, once we read the cookies, then we can display that cookies. We can display that cookies. To display what we are doing, we are just setting the content type. Then I told we will obtain print writer. Since we are having array here, we can use one for loop to print the value. So what we are using, we are obtaining the get name. You just observe here, cookies of I. There we used cookies of 0. Say because we know only one is there. Cookies of 0 dot get name. Cookies of 0 dot get value method we are using. You just observe here. That is what we are writing here. So directly we are printing onto the screen, whereas in the program we are just obtaining this into one variable called as name, and get value we are obtaining and storing inside the value. Then we are printing that onto the screen by using println method. Print writer stream dot println method we are using. Okay, we just observe here. To read the cookies, we will create an array type of cookies object, and we will read the cookies by get cookies method. Then we will display that onto the screen, onto the browser. That is, so for that we will set the content type as text or HTML. Then we can display that. Okay, so this is how we can set the cookies and we can read the cookies. Now here we will execute this and we will check. This one. Before that, we need to configure the web.xml file. Web.xml file. You just observe here. So I am giving the servlet name as yum, and the class file, we are having two servlet file. One is add cookies servlet, other one is get cookies servlet, right? So for that we are making here servlet mappings. You just see, first one I am taking the name for add cookies servlet, the name as m, and this name we are mapping the URL pattern. So for this here, okay, this is a servlet tag and this is a servlet mapping. This is for first one, that is add cookie servlet. Add cookie servlet. Similarly, for the second one, we are making servlet mapping here. Okay, for that I am taking the name as n, and here for n servlet we are mapping this URL pattern. Okay, so now web.xml file is ready, HTML file is ready, Web.xml file is ready to set the cookies. Add cookies servlet.java file is ready, and to read the cookies we are having get cookie servlet.java file. Now directly we will go for execution. Execution, you know the steps, right? Already the server is running. You just see already the server is running here. Okay, already the server is running, and I have set the path. Okay, I have compiled and generated the dot class file. You can just observe here. Okay, where is that? Program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 9.0, and here web apps. So here I am making the folder as a cookies. You can just observe here cookies inside that. So I placed a index.html file, and inside web.inf, so the XML file is there inside these classes. You just see add cookies servlet.class file is generated. So this we will get by compiling this add cookies servlet.java file, and get cookies servlet.class file is generated by compiling get cookies servlet.java. Now my class files are ready. Now directly the server is also running. Now we'll go for executing this. So we'll go for executing this one. Just to see, first is what? First is what? Our HTML file. So first we'll execute. As I told, we are having cookies folder. So localhost colon 8080 cookies. So click. So just to see, it is asking for enter a value for my cookie. Enter a value for my cookie. As I told, you just observe here the HTML file. So it is asking for enter a value for my cookie. Enter a value for my cookie, and the text box is displaying, and one submit button is there. Just see, enter a value for my cookie. Text box is displaying, and one submit button is there. So let us give here the value as a SVCE. SVCE hyphen CSE. Okay. So the value for my cookie is SVCE CSE. Submit. You just see. So my cookie has been set to SVCE CSE. So it is reading the form data. It is reading the form data. So it is executing this file. That is add cookie file. Okay. So here we are getting SVCE CSE and my cookie. The name of cookie is my cookie, and the value for the SVCE CSE, and that we are writing here onto the screen. So this file is executed. Now this file is executed. Now let us execute this one. That is a get cookie servlet.java. Okay, get cookie servlet.java. So here it is add cookie servlet. So here we'll go with get cookies servlet. I'm just changing the URL here itself. Okay, get cookies. So here S is there. Now just to see, name is equals to my cookie, value is SVCE CSE. Name is equals to my cookie, and value is equals to CSE. Right. So this is how see, first time we executed this add cookie servlet.java file. There we got my cookie has been set to SVCE CSE. Now we are executing this get cookie servlet. So here we are getting name is equals to my cookie, and the name is equals to my cookie, value is equals to SVCE CSE. Right. So this is a servlet program to read a cookie, and this is a servlet program to set a cookie. Now you just observe here so that you will understand clearly. Okay, so this is add cookie.java. This is read servlet.java. Okay, so this is how we can set the cookie and read the cookies. Okay, I hope it is clear.